Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Aaron, with Evolution Daily, and today I'm going to explain to you everything that you need to know about gaming girls at the gym. Guys ask me all the time, should I game at the gym? Should I try to pick up girls at the gym? How do I pick up girls at the gym? What do I do? Is it appropriate for me to pick up girls at the gym? What is the deal? Here's the deal. I would say that overall, you don't want to think about it too much. Because when you start thinking about anything too much, it starts to stifle you. We call this paralysis by analysis. Overanalyzing, causing you to be paralyzed. So when you're at the gym, just fucking think about your workout. Focus on why you're there, which is to get fucking fit, to get jacked, to get skinny, whatever the hell it is that your goal is. That's why you're there. So don't put too much thought into, should I talk to this fucking girl at the gym? However, that being said, if you decide to talk to a girl at the gym, this is the best way to do it. And I got inspired to make this video for two reasons. One, the question comes up in my Facebook group all the time. Guys say, should I pick up girls at the gym? How do I do it? So I wanted to answer that for them. But two, I made an approach at the gym today. And this is something that I don't do that often, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain to you how I did it today, how I always do it, and then I want to dive a little bit deeper into another subject that's really, really important, and that's the idea of planting seeds around your city. So here we go, let's get into it. So I'm at the gym today, and I'm walking, I'm gonna go over to the locker room because I have to take a piss. So I'm walking by and there's this really cute blonde girl. She's not like super sexy, like a fucking fitness model, like, oh my God, I really wanna fuck this girl. It's not like that. It's like that girl next door, really cute, blonde, like she's got a good body, but it's not like too, it's like, she's really fucking cute. And I walk by her and I do like a double take and walk by her, and then I see, once I get back into the gym, because I've already done my cardio, and so now I'm lifting him over on the bench press, and I see that she's, jogging, doing her thing. Well, just as I'm about to finish up, I notice that she's now done on the elliptical. So she ends up heading over and getting on the the weighted chest press machine, and I'm like, okay, cool, this is like a perfect opportunity. So I end up going, and I'm walking around, and I walk around like the treadmills and the ellipticals and everything, and I get like kind of over to the machines, and I'm not looking like I'm prowling, you know what I mean? I'm really focused on the fact that, like, all right, I need to just keep moving forward and then make it seem as though I'm just about to I saw you and I just had to do it, that kind of thing, right? So I call that the illusion of improvisation. I talk about that in a lot of videos, not making it feel like, okay, this guy's really obviously trying to pick me up, but making it seem as though, like I said, it kind of just happened. The illusion of improvisation. So I'm walking by and I kind of like take a glance at her and I do this thing because she's got her headphones on, and so I look at her and I go, like, I kind of like signal with my hand to get her to take the headphones out, and she looks at me, she goes, and she takes her headphones out. And I go, hey, excuse me, do you happen to go to, and I name this this local venue that I go to all the time, and it was really just random. I genuinely didn't actually recognize her from this venue, but it turned out that she does go there all the time, and it's really popular, it's bumping. There was like a good chance, and it is the venue that I use when I use the familiarity opener a lot. But she ends up telling me that she does go there often, and I'm like, oh, cool. So I start talking to her about the venue, who she knows up there, blah, blah, blah. Now, before I move on to the next part of the interaction, I want to explain that the best way to open at the gym is with the familiarity opener, acting as though you recognize the girl from somewhere. Because here's the deal. Yes, yes, you can go direct sometimes in a lot of different day game situations, and you'll hear me going direct and whatever, but when you're at the gym is sacred. The gym is this place where you're going to fucking work on your temple. These girls are going to work on their temple, and a lot of girls especially have, body image issues. They're not that comfortable at the gym, and so you need to take that into account. That a girl is not gonna love the fact that you just went up to her and you just go, hey, what's up? I think you're really fucking sexy. Hey, what's up? And I talk about this when I explain the difference between direct and indirect. Indirect will grant you access to the party. So in these situations where that girl may have been really turned off and like, okay, if I would have went up and been like, hey, you're really fucking sexy, what's up? I saw you here, I thought you were really hot, and I had to come and say it. She might be really turned off there. However, once I've gotten into the party using my indirect opener, hey, when you're on the street, hey, excuse me, do you know where the Starbucks is? When you're at the grocery store, hey, excuse me, you look really familiar. Do you ever hang out at blah, blah, blah? You get this access to the party, and then once you're in the party, you're able to then be a little more upfront. So sometimes, as you guys will see in my infield videos, sometimes I'll end up admitting that that was bullshit at the beginning, and now I'm more free to be myself. To just be like, you know what, honestly, I just thought you were really fucking hot. But now we have this rapport. We've reached this level of basic social comfort, and so now that's going to be more acceptable than if I were to just go in and go direct and be ballsy and really own it. Because it's not about you, man. Understand that. It's not about you when it comes to what's gonna work and what isn't. So just because you have the balls to go up and tell every fucking, I have the fucking balls to do that. I have the balls to go up to every fucking girl I see and be like, what's up? I think you're really fucking sexy. Put your phone number in here, come over tonight, and we're gonna fuck. I have the balls to do that, but it's not effective, so I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna use a lot of indirect openers, situational, and familiarity openers because I understand that that gains me access to the party. And so that's exactly what I did with this girl at the gym, and that's going to ensure also that you don't end up burning out the gym because you do not want to get the reputation of being that guy that's running around your gym hitting on girls. Not only that, but if you do end up developing that reputation or just doing this often enough, then girls are going to be uncomfortable around you. So a lot of girls, like I said, are already uncomfortable going to the gym, but now you're just going to take it to that whole other level where now there's that fucking guy that harassed her in her text messages and wanted to meet up and she wasn't down and he freaked out, especially if you're not that good at game yet. So again, the best way to open girls at the gym is by using this familiarity opener. You can get a vibe for whether she's interested or not once the conversation gets moving forward, and then from there, if you want to go for the number or not, then go for the number or don't. Now, part 2 of this interaction. Interaction goes great. It goes fucking beautifully. Great little conversation. She's clearly into me. I'm clearly into her. Obviously, she's a fucking hot girl. It doesn't really take much for me for me to be interested, but there's something there. She ends up telling me that she goes to this local venue all the time. Not only that, but she tells me that she's been taking her fitness very seriously and she goes to my gym all the time. And I just recently started lifting a lot and going to the gym often. Now, based on those 2 pieces of data that I now have, I'm pretty fucking positive I'm gonna run into her, either at the gym or at the local venue. Now that being said, and I'm weary to give this advice, okay? Because you'll hear me in some videos, you'll hear me say, fucking close no matter what. Get fucking numbers. Build the top of that lead funnel. Get them on dates and fucking build it down until you're getting lays. Create that fucking funnel. Go, go, go. Get it, get it, get it. So I'm almost weary to give this advice. This is almost some more like advanced level sort of abundance mindset shit, but I think some of you guys, especially if you're sticking around this long into the video, I think that you'll really appreciate it. Now, if you are gaming local areas a lot, so if you're gaming your city a lot, especially if you're in a somewhat, I mean, you could do this in New York, you could do this in LA, but I'm doing this in Columbus, Ohio, where the population is around 800K, I think, something like that. And the people that are gonna be at a certain venue are gonna be there more often. So I call this planting seeds. And the reason why I didn't end up getting this girl's number is because that is a seed that I've now planted. And I am in abundance. I have a circle of girls in my life. I have a great rotation of girls. I'm sleeping with as many girls as I really need to at this point in my life. And so for that reason, I'm not desperately attached to making sure that I end up fucking this one girl. So what I do is I plant that seed, and I call it planting seeds around your entire city. And what that means to me is that there are girls that I will game them, I'll have great interactions with them, I'll bump into them in like a social circle situation, and we have flirtation and there's attraction and whatever, but I just leave it as a seed that's now been planted. So the next time that I see that girl, we'll say that her name is Alyssa. The next time I see that girl at the gym, or if I see her at that fucking venue, hey Alyssa, what's going on? And it's not that fucking weird awkwardness where I got her number and we tried to hang out and it never went anywhere, or you know, it's not this awkward thing where I got her number and then I fucked her and then she was like, oh my god, I fucked this guy too soon, I shouldn't have done that. And then now it's like kind of awkward or weird, or maybe she had some guy she's talking to, whatever the fuck. Like I said, this is more abundance mindset type of shit where you're not desperately attached to every single fucking girl that you talk to, okay? This is for guys like me that have a fucking harem of women in their lives. And I think that if you take actions that end up getting you to the place where you do end up having that harem or that fucking, that abundance, if you take the actions necessary even before you have that, then I think that it's almost inevitable that you end up having that. So what happens is I will plant these seeds around the city and I end up running into these girls. And what happens when I run into these girls? I fucking game them again, and it greatly increases my chances of pulling them that night, or getting their number then and then having them not flake. And it's because we've now established this rapport. We've seen each other a couple of times. She's now more comfortable with me, and not only that, but I didn't demonstrate that needy nature at the very beginning. Well, hey, let me get your number and you know, let's hang out sometime. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, okay? And it's not that you shouldn't be a hard closer and go for numbers and build that fucking lead funnel up, because that's what I'm always talking about, and I fucking stand by that. But again, experiment. I'm always talking about this in my videos. Fucking experiment. If you're going out a moderate amount 3 times a week, then you're going out 150 times in a year. So what if 20 times you go out of the 150, you decide, you know what? I'm not gonna try to close every girl, but rather I'm gonna try to plant seeds around the city. When I'm gaming around my city now, I've got guys, I've got girls that fucking come up to me, hey, what's up, man? Hey, like even some of them that I just kinda know, even if I don't know them that well, but I've got people coming up, dapping me up, you know, dudes like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, yeah, whatever. And then I've got fucking girls like, Aaron, and maybe they're girls that I fucked, maybe they're girls that I haven't, but either way, I've now planted these seeds all around the city and they're growing, and it's time to fucking harvest. It will be time for you to harvest once you've planted enough seeds around the city. So I know that this was a lot to take in, and I know, like I said, I kind of got into some more like advanced level sort of knowledge here, but again, I think that it's really important that even if you're not super successful yet, by being at the low totem and acting as though you are successful, act as if, right? Fake it till you make it, then it's almost inevitable that by demonstrating those behaviors, you get there. So experiment with planting seeds in your city, and don't forget that one of the best ways to pick up girls at the gym or to talk to girls at the gym, gaming at the gym, is to use the familiarity opener. So I hope that you guys found a lot of value within this video, and if you've made it this far, then head over to evolutiondaily.com/engage if you've yet to do so already, and sign up for the VIP interest list of my full-length course, Engage, which is going to be teaching you a bunch of different principles within the realm of holding engaging conversations, sexually escalating conversations, never getting friend zoned again, and making sure that you never run out of things to say and have to deal with an awkward silence or kill an interaction that was otherwise going great. That course will be coming out on April 7th of this year, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.